Hello viewers, welcome back to DBMS classes again. Today we will see relational algebra operations in DBMS. These algebra operations help in executing the queries. Let us see how these are defined. Let me start with basic relational algebra operations. Okay. Consider an example where we have student entity with seat number, name, course and percentage as attributes. And suppose this is represented by the table like this, student table with all these columns. And suppose we need to execute a query, list out the students, seat numbers of the students who have taken admission for BSc course. Okay, we want to execute this query. We shall see some few basic relational algebra operations, how these operations will help us to execute this query. First one is sigma or select operation. This is used to select the rows based on given condition. Okay, its format is something like this. It is denoted by sigma condition on the relation R, where condition is an expression that includes relational operators like this, less than, greater than, along with maybe logical operators also. Consider an example of the same table, student table, and consider the query. Here sigma course is equal to BSc on the table student, right? This query checks whether the value of the attribute course is equal to BSc. So only those rows for which this condition is true, course is equal to BSc, that condition is true, only those rows are selected. So we'll have the result something like this. Okay, only those rows with course is equal to BSc, we have only 2 rows here, those are selected, right? Suppose we have another example here. Say here and a logical operator is used, and operator is used, and we have course is equal to BSc and percentage greater than 80. Means if both the conditions are true, then that row is selected. Here we have only one row satisfying both the conditions, so we'll have the result like this. Next operation is pi or project operation. This is used to select the attributes. The previous one was used to select the rows based on the condition, but this is simply selecting the attributes. So we don't have any condition here. See the format of it, pi, the notation is pi, and here we have the list of attributes on the relation R, right? No condition is checked here, only the listed out attributes are selected. Consider the example again, student is table, and we will have the query as select seat number and course, pi seat number and course on the table student. So only those 2 rows, only those 2 columns are selected. So this is about project operation. Next one is ರೋ ಆರ್ ರೀನೇಮ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್. ಇದೇನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇರೋ ಟೇಬಲಿಗೆ ಹೊಸ ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, ರೋ ಎಸ್ B1 B2 so to PM on R. Here R is the original table having the attributes as A1 A2 so on up to AN, and it is renamed as S with the new attribute names as B1 B2 so on up to BM. So row operation is used to rename the table. Okay, we shall see some of the examples. So this is example. List out the seat number and course of the students who have taken admission for BSc course. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, we have to rename that seat number as register number and rename the course as program. And also table has to be renamed as BSc Stud. Okay. So this is the given table, student with seat number, name, course and percentage. Okay. Consider the first operation as sigma operation, select operation. This is selecting the rows for which course is equal to BSc, and let us call this table as T1. So there are 2 rows with course is equal to BSc and those 2 rows are selected. Next, let us select in this table T1, let us select only seat number and course. ಮತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು T2 ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋಣ. So this is our table T2 with seat number and course. Okay. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು rename ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ we have row operation. So it is row and the new name should be BSc Stud. Seat number and register number ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋಣ, course and program ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋಣ. So that we will have this result. See, these are the three basic relational algebra operations, and we have noticed one thing here, that only one table is involved in these operations. Bari student table ondane ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. So these are called as unary operators, or this operation is called as unary relation algebra operation. Okay. Now ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಟೇಬಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, suppose we take two tables, two relations, those are called as binary relational algebra operation. So we shall see set theoretical operations in binary relational algebra. Okay, we have four operations here: union, intersection, difference and cross product. ಈ ಮೊದಲಿನ ಮೂರು ಆಪರೇಷನ್ಗಳಿಗೆ we need a special type of tables called as union compatible relations. Okay, ಯಾವಾಗ ಅವು union compatible ಅನ್ಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತವೆ? Consider the two tables. First condition is degrees must be same. ಎರಡು ಟೇಬಲ್ಗಳು same number of columns ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರಬೇಕು. ಅಂದರೆ degrees of both the tables must be same and domains of corresponding attributes must be same. ಇಲ್ಲಿ domain of A and E are same. Similarly, B and F are sharing the same domain and C and G are having the same domain. So these two tables are union compatible tables or union compatible relations. But cross product ಗೆ ಈ ತರ ಏನು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ. Cross product is the one which can use any two tables. This is also a binary relation operation. It can operate on any two types of tables. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ we shall see some examples on this. Consider two union compatible relations R and S with the same degree and same corresponding attributes are sharing the same domains. Now R union S is it selects all the rows which are either in R or in S. Now one row 12bxy is repeated in both, it's common in both, that is also taken but counted only once. Next one is R intersection S. This selects only those rows which are there in both the tables R and S. 12bxy is the intersection. Similarly, R minus S is the rows which are in R and which are not in S, and S minus R are the rows which are in S but not in R. These are the results of set theoretical operations. Let us see cross product now. Let me explain cross product with the help of an example. Consider the two tables R1 and R2. So any two type of tables. Now R1 has 4 columns and 3 rows. So degree of R1 is 4. Degree of R2 is 3 and it has got 2 rows. So now cross product ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, degree of R1 cross R2 will be the sum of the degrees of these two tables. 4 plus 3, that's equal to 7. So cross product will have 7 columns. ಅದೇ ತರ R1 has 3 rows and R2 has 2 rows. So the cross product will have the product of these two. 3 into 2, 6 rows. So your cross product will be like this. So how it has been obtained, right? Consider the table R1. The first row in R1 is clubbed with the rows in R2. All the rows in R2. So we have 2 rows in R2 now. We will get the first 2 rows of the cross product. Similarly, second row of R1 is clubbed again with the 2 rows of R2. We get the next 2 rows of the cross product, and the third row in R1 is clubbed with rows in R2. We get the last 2 rows of the cross product. So this is how cross product is calculated. And let us see how this cross product is used in join operations. Okay. Before going to join operation, let me consider an example. Suppose we have two entities, student and book, with all these attributes. And there is a relationship, student takes book. And this is 1 to n relationship, means a student can take n number of books. And this relationship has an attribute called issue date. So though this relationship is 1 to n relationship, ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಎಂಟಿಟಿ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಹಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಈ ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅನ್ನು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ this relationship has partial participation from both the ends. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು 3 ಟೇಬಲಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ವಿತ್ attributes of student, book table with all attributes of book, and a book issue table that is representing the relationship. And here we have the seat number of the student, book ID, the book he has taken, and the issue date. Okay, consider a snapshot of all these three. And suppose we have a query something like this. List out the title of the books issued to Ravi. So here Ravi is the information, name of the student, it's obtained by the student table. Title of the book is obtained by the book table, and the information that which book has been issued to Ravi is given in book issue. Okay, and looking at the snapshots, we know that the answer is this, right? Now to arrive at this result, we use join operation. We need to combine here the 3 tables, right? We shall see this join operation in detail in the next video. Thank you.